Welcome everyone to the Package Group Weekly Retro for January 10th, 2020. And kicking off, Haley has the first item in what went not so well and isn't attending, so I'll read for Haley. Haley says, I had an MR that didn't make it past maintainer review. Even though we do have a good path forward, it was still not a great feeling. Sad trombone noise. Womp womp. Over to you, Steve.
I spent far too long debugging a failing spec that ended up just being the spec was in the wrong file. So of course it didn't work. And of course, as soon as I asked in Slack, it was immediately identified, no problem. And also the expiration policy backend MRs have just been extremely slowed down by the holiday break. So that's been somewhat frustrating. Over to João.
I also spent more time than I would like debugging a couple of network issues, mainly authentication when I was testing some backend services on the container registry. And also took me more time to benchmark the results from the improvements that I've been implementing. That's it.
Over to me then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't promote our async retro enough, so it was a little bit sparse. You know, I know everyone was out, so you know, I get it. It's not, no one's like in trouble or anything, but we're usually really good at it. And so looking through it, I was like, yeah, this feels a little late. So that was kind of on me though. That's kind of what I'm supposed to do. So apologies for that, everyone. Over to you, David.
Progress on the NuGet MVC has been slow. On one MR, I was just waiting for a workhorse release, and on the other one, I just hit a helper bug. So not a great week, I guess. Over to Tim.
Yes, thank you. I've been really struggling with data for our stage. So there was a board presentation that was shared, and in that presentation, it mentions that our data is off, our SMAO definition is off and unusable, which almost made me cry. So I've been working with the data team on trying to get the SMAO definition right. It's missing container registry enabled, but it's been challenging working through the issues. I actually have a follow-up meeting with the PM and one of the data engineers. We do have an issue that we're working through. I'll link it here right after I finish this sentence. But yeah, that's just been frustrating. I just want to get that addressed. And then smaller thing is just I'm 2.5 days behind on email. So if you emailed me something and I haven't responded, just Slack me or call me or something. That is about 230 emails or something like that. So yeah. On to Nico.
Okay, so what not went so well is like I had an MR that got chain blocked, in the meaning that questions were raised and the person that wanted to answer didn't have the question, so ask somebody else, and then somebody else asked somebody else, and you know, with the 24 hours window between pinging an answer for somebody, this is like can be pretty frustrating. Now, thanks to Ian, it's going to be unblocked or unblocked soon. And over to Ailey. Oh, no, Ailey is not here. Shall I read her what went well? Yes. So I had 4 MRs, all merged at once on Thursday, which was a great feeling. A lot of merge parrots. And over to Steve.
This week, I was able to work through 2 security MRs, which was exciting that I was able to kind of get the solutions figured out so quickly. And also just my productivity has been really high this week, and I felt very focused all week long now that everyone's kind of back from the break and things have sped up again. So lots of good feels. Over to João.
Yeah, so I've learned quite a bit about the storage backend that the container registry supports, mainly because I was doing some tests to ensure that we have backward compatibility with the changes that we are going to implement for performance improvements. So I did some tests against real instances of those services, and learned quite a lot from that. And the related improvements that we did both for performance and also reducing the costs for manifest and tag deletion during garbage collection are looking good. And that's it. Over to Dan.
Thanks for that, Joel. And some of those tests look super cool. And thanks for doing that. Pretty exciting stuff going on over there. Thank you. Yeah, I've been pretty productive this week, which is good as well. And following on to the next one, getting our flow back after the holiday break, I guess, is echoing a little bit of what Steve said. And I have more time on my calendar now. I have spaces to do stuff, which is exciting. Over to you, David.
So as I said, I was blocked by a helper bug, so I took a bit of time to dig the bug, and I was able to identify it and fix it. So I opened an MR, and I will post a link to the MR. Over to Tim.
Yeah, just reading all of these MRs and the increased productivity is awesome. I guess, Joel, I might call you out. I think we also are close to merging that delete corrupted manifests as part of the garbage collection. That's awesome. That I probably have seen like 2 bugs a week for the past 6 months. So I think that's a really important MR that's going to be pushed through. And on my side, I finished all of the release post items, went back and checked all the 12.7 and made sure that what's in the issues is what we're actually building. And then also put together the milestone 12.8 planning, which is, I think, being reviewed and sized and all that stuff. So we're on schedule for all of our sort of GitLab product deliverables, which feels good. On to Nick.
Yeah, so for me then, as someone that usually dislikes pair programming, I had a pretty fun and productive experience pair programming with Nico. And I'd be happy to do that again sometime. I felt like we got quite a lot accomplished in sort of a minimal amount of time. So yeah, compared to previous attempts at pair programming, it was pretty good. And it was nice this week getting back into the swing of things. So just getting up to speed, getting productive again. I feel good about the MRs that I'm currently working on, and they should be merged soon. And the features that they bring are nice as well. So yeah, just getting back into it and feeling good about that. Over to Nico.
So yeah, I dreaded a little bit coming back from the holidays, like be out of the flow, not knowing the code base anymore after 2 weeks, like everything changed and nothing's like what it was before. And GDK update and Ruby update. So very happy about it. And working on the proof of concept with Nick was really amazing, both the pair programming and the results. So I'm very excited about it. Can't wait to show it out. And to David.
Yeah, so I was so focused on NuGet that I forgot to mention that the NPM tags merge requests have been merged. So that's the end of the community contribution about NPM. That's great. Yep.
Nice. That's awesome. Anyone want to chat about anything in particular here? I think the summary here is that people are feeling like we're getting back in the flow of things after holidays, and people are pretty stoked about it. I might be interested in seeing a little bit of a if Nick and Nico feel like it's helpful, like talking through the excuse me, I can't English good apparently. Talking through how you pair programmed and why you felt like that was effective. Maybe in the sync meeting. Yeah, it would be good. Tim, do you want to verbalize that?
Just if they, we have time. I don't know if they want to demo anything, or we want to wait.
We can, but where is Ian? He had connection issues.
Yeah, Ian had some issues with his connection. Yeah, so why don't we do that in another sort of space? Just because it's like not retro-y. I just sort of say just for retro-y things. Cool. But if anyone doesn't want to talk, if we don't have anything specific, I'll end the recording and people can hang out if they'd like to hang out, and happy to leave if not, if you've got stuff you need to do. Having said that, thanks to everyone who's following along at home. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their day, whatever that looks like, and has a good weekend. So, bye-bye.